So just really quick, I'm going to touch on just some basics so you guys know when to use this stuff. And this is only to be used last resort, right? I don't encourage you guys to immediately start going to use these techniques if you don't have to, right? Nothing, no amount of money or pride or ego is worth your life. So, with that being said, you know, the only 2 times that you guys will ever have a gun pointed at you, right, the majority of the time is when somebody desperately needs money, or if they're really upset and their ego's on the line, right? We get a lot of people who carry guns and, you know, during a road rage incident. I've seen many times where people feel like getting a gun involved is necessary. That's going to solve the problem. It doesn't. So make sure that whenever that happens and you're the victim of that, to try to kind of diffuse the situation. I know your ego is going to be elevated too, your pride, but it's not worth your life, right? Another thing too is usually when you're getting robbed, all they want is your money. They don't want to fight. They don't want to shoot you. They don't want to kill you. All they want is your money. So I suggest that you guys comply if that happens. Just give them what they want, right? Nobody ever says, "Oh man, hey, John is dead, but hey, at least he has his wallet. You know, at least he got his pride." Like, nobody's ever going to say that. People are like, "Hey, you should have given up, you know, his cell phone or whatever it is." So that's it. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Is anybody opposed to any of these techniques? Okay. So all right. So
are we going to use real guns?
No. Handguns are just plastic. They're not made. The trigger doesn't work. It's just a hard piece of plastic that resembles like a real block, right? This is the majority of gun that we use, and that has a revolver too. So I'll just briefly touch on what we learned the last time, and it was just very basic, right? The technique that I showed last time, we'll go over it really quick before I move on to some of the more advanced techniques. But the one that we showed last time was just one hand, right? Usually when somebody is going to rob you, whatever it is, and you have a gun pointed at you, or they'll never rob you like this, right? If that's the case, you're probably getting robbed by a cop. That's right? Usually, hey, let me have, and these guys are looking around. They want to make sure nobody's watching, right? So the one that I taught last night was just quick and dirty, right? It's to the point, there's really no technique involved, and if you don't have any grappling experience, this for the most part will work if you have no other options, okay? It doesn't require a lot of skill, it doesn't require a lot of focus, and all it is so people lose grip. The gun is going to go maybe
it's going to fly. Yep.
So basically,
be on the lookout over there.
You're here. What I suggest is, if you're ever put in this situation, your hands should always be up, right? Your hands should always be up. You're never down here. Just so you can react to whatever, right? This also provides a level of comfort to this guy. When your hand is up, he's like, okay, he's being submissive, you know, he's giving me what he wants, right? And this is just a quick and dirty technique, right? It requires no skill whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to aim to hit simultaneously, both my hands are going to move at the same time. The hand, I'm going to hit his elbow here, right? And at the same time, I'm going to hit his palm, right? The accuracy really is not that important as long as you do this with a lot of violence and a lot of, and very aggressive. So, and it's simultaneously, right? So I'm here, boom, and it gets out, right? Yeah. For the purpose of drilling this, make sure that whoever's holding the gun has a loose grip, just so you're not hurting your hand, right?
Yeah, you can get hurt doing this. Just the elbow.
In a real life situation, I'm gonna go 1,000%. I'm gonna hit this gun as hard as I can and hopefully break his wrist, right? And I'm here, right? Hey man, no, I'm good. Boom, right? That there alone is maybe 50%, but in real life, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna like, hey, boom, right? That gun is gonna go flying, or his wrist is gonna be broken. At that point, once that gun is on the floor, you have an option, right? He's gonna go after that gun, okay? Now, if I'm not an experienced person handling firearms, then for the most part, I'd like to go after this guy before he gets to my gun. If I have a grappling experience, which you guys do, I would probably recommend now engaging in this guy, right? Now it's up to you. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. If you guys are ever put in that situation of going for that gun yourself or going for this guy. If he's going for that gun, right, I have an option to push back, take him down, and once I've neutralized him, I can go for the gun, right?
And we're just doing jiu-jitsu,
right? Or if you feel comfortable, right, we'll go for that gun at the same time, boom, I can get in between him and the gun. And now I have the gun, right? I can run, right? If you guys are not experienced at handling firearms, then once you get that gun, you guys can take off, whatever, right? So obviously, every situation is going to be different, and it's going to be up to you guys to decide what you guys want to do once that happens, right? So again, we'll go over this technique kind of as a warm-up, and this is what we did last time. It doesn't require a lot of skill. So again, it's simultaneously. For the purpose of drilling it, make sure you guys are going at least maybe 50%. Don't go full blown. But in the real life situation, you guys are going to go as hard as you can. It's going to be with extreme violence and aggression, right? So here, hey, don't, boom, right? Sometimes that gun will go flying, sometimes it'll just, and then just be aware, hey, do I want to go after this gun or do I want to go after this guy? Right?
Josh I have a question.
When you hit the gun, do you want to aim for like the person's wrist and the grip, or do you want to aim from the slide? Or...
No. So that's a good question. So that's a really good question. So I like to aim for the guy's hand, for his wrist, because this here, the barrel is such a small target, right? This is the bigger target. So you can ideally hit this, but it's to aim. You're already going to be stressed, right? You have tunnel vision, so is he, right? So I'd rather aim for a bigger target than a smaller one, right?
Also, if I retract it a little bit, he'll still hit the barrel.
Exactly.
So,
right. So if he does retract it, so if I aim for the barrel and he retracts, I'm hitting air, right? Now if I aim for his wrist, he retracts, at least I'm going to get the barrel, right? Yeah. So he retracts, boom. And like I said, this is more of a technique that does not require a lot of skill. It's just simple, fast and dirty, right? So let's practice it. I need to get more guns.
I
only have 4, so you guys need to kind of.
Yeah, how many people we got? 1, 2, 6.
So maybe pair up in 3s.
Yes, we got 12 people, so we just got you got 4 guns. So pairs up 3s.
Yeah. So let's pair up in 3s. Again, go over it slow. Get the technique down first, right? And as you guys progress, and go a little faster.
And whoever's holding the gun, be loose with the grip.
Yeah.
You noticed that last time.
Keep your finger off the trigger so it doesn't get stuck.
Yeah.
Right? So, all right. Any questions?
Would a person with the gun typically have it on the trigger?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's still gonna work though, but what we found out last time.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep your finger off the trigger. Just kind of maintain this master grip that Mike Brown has, or just. But yeah, for the most part, you're gonna have it on the trigger. So,
Yeah, start off light, otherwise you're gonna break your hand.
Start off really light, get that loose grip, and all I want you guys is to work on the technique, right? If you guys do it correctly, this gun's gonna pop out, right? Again, it doesn't require technique, and then we'll move on to some more advanced stuff, okay? All right?
Quick question on that one. If you're doing that, you got to finger on the trigger and you pop it. Does that pop create a trigger pull?
You know what? It can create a trigger pull, but like I said, this is your last resort, right? At that point, I mean, you can't do it, and it's better than just being shot. Right?
We've got some other.
You know what I mean? And like I said, that's the last resort. That's it.
That's good math right there.
This guy's intention is to kill me. Right?
And it triggers 5 pounds of pressure too, so it's like it's not like it's gonna go. These things don't go off immediately.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So it can. I can't sit there and say that it won't.
Yeah.
There's a possibility of that, but it's better than not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Nope.
Anything else? All right. 1, 2.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, we have this. We have this. We have this one. It's different from this.
I've been practicing.
We did it like you're ready for special ops.
Yes.
What about
Everybody's going. Not hurting, right? Yeah, because you can turn it up, but when you first start that, you want to kind of
You're good though.
No, you miss, you get the top of it, and I think that's that palm a little more. Slow it down. And you're a little low right here. I think you can get up good. Oh, you're there. So I would get. Yeah. And then that creates that like kind of like the curve.
Whoa. I got shot. I hit the knee there, but it's just falling straight down.
I think that one we were on the thumb, yeah, too wide from here.
Yeah, as hard as I can.
Get a little bit more fall here. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Oh, now we're switching. Yeah. Let these shit.
It's like the one who picked the game.
This is really hard. You don't need to do like this. It's hard to do it. In reality, this is so hard.
Yeah, we were role playing a lot last year. Yeah.
I'm a lefty.
Give her your money. Give her your money. Give me your pineapples.
You take
Let's just talk about this.
I like I was in the middle of the sentence. Yeah,
All right, hey, you guys do
that one was a little late.
This one is a little more advanced and requires a little more accuracy, right? But for me, it's probably one of my favorites. Same thing, nothing changes as far as placement of your own hands, right? I'm up here, right? But now what I'm going to do is, just like you said, Josh, earlier, I'm going to go for his wrist, right? And instead of the gun. The reason I do this, again, good point, is if he retracts, right, then at least I have the barrel, right? But I want to make my target as big as I can. And a good target right now is his wrist, okay? So I'm here, right? And this technique that I teach requires manipulation of my own body, not his body, right? And not so what I want to do is create a big target, and I'm trying to position my own body in between his body and the weapon, right? So I'm here, right? Boom. And then now, I'm in between his body and the weapon, right? So, the key point to this is, once I'm here, right, I want to add pressure, I want to clamp down and add a lot of pressure with my own body onto his shoulder, right? It's not going anywhere. At this point now, I can grab the slide, right? Now it's fine. So, it's nothing fancy. All that it requires is that you aim for his wrist and you position your body in between him and the gun, right?
What's up, Kev? Ready to play with some guns today?
It sounds like somebody get held up. So again, right? You're here, and then now it's just like grappling, guys. Okay? Now what I do is I like to create a lot of pressure here.
Yeah.
Right? He's holding my entire weight with just his arm, right? And I have his elbow locked in place. Okay? Here. Now I have his gun is mine, right? If he's not letting go of the gun, another option you have, and you can feel his arm. You can feel it isolated, right? And I can just lift up a little bit if I really wanted to break it.
No, that's an arm bar for sure.
Right? And instead of going for the gun, what I like to do is, I have his arm, right? Instead of just going for the gun and ripping it out, what I like to do just to be safe, because you're going to have tunnel vision during this incident, right? So I like to isolate. I'll grab the arm and just slide down so I know where my arm is at, right? And now this gun belongs to me. Rather than isolating the gun by itself and going, okay, well, let me get this from here. No, I'm here. I have this entire target here. So I'll slide down here. Boom. Now this is mine. Right?
It feels like a really good Russian too, the way he's getting the shoulder pressure in and everything. So yeah.
That's the concept, is creating a lot of downward pressure, right? And clamping his arm in between my arm and pinching my elbow tight, right? And then putting my entire weight on one arm, right? So here, nothing changes again. Boom, here, right? And now I've isolated his arm and I'm pinching my elbow in my ribs, right? And I'm down, right? He's carrying my entire weight just with his arm. Right?
Yeah.
Even if he tries to circle back with his other arm and try to maintain his own weapon, I'm still creating more inertia, right? To remove the gun, all you guys practice is kind of going for the gun. It's easy, I know, you guys, it's here, right? But keep in mind, here I'm not really stressed out, right? In a real life situation, my focus is going to be extremely narrow, right? I understand that. So I'm going to go for his arm. I'm going to slide all the way down so I know I got him good with, right? And at this point, you just work out, right? The whole concept behind this is I'm manipulating my body and I'm getting in between his body and the weapon, right? Now I have full control of not only his arm, but also the weapon, right? There's no target. There's no target. So again, here, right? Here. Now, and if you guys notice, his elbow is facing me, right? It's up, right? So I have full control. If I really wanted to, all I have to do to break his arm is grab his wrist and I pull up, right?
Yeah.
I pull up.
That's an arm bar.
Right. He has a lot of tension right now. So I'm here. Look at my body. My body is engaged, right? It's just not. This is not like the movies where it's just manipulation of my arm, right? I engage my whole body, right? His arm is carrying my weight. I'm here. I'm looking at his arm. I'm sliding down, right? I'm like, okay, here's the butt of the gun. The slide. Okay. One more time. Here. Stay back. Palms. Here. Carrying my weight. I'm looking at his arm, right? Get into the habit of doing this, guys. Get his arm. Boom. Sliding down.
You grabbing it, bringing it down?
His arm?
Yeah. It's that Lego grip, the C grip, you know.
But I'm not doing it with just my arms, right? I'm engaging my whole body. I'm making sure he's carrying my weight the entire time. There's constant pressure, constant pressure. One more time. Here, and I'll go close. So here, flat down, pull, and then now I'm bringing this weight forward. My shoulder's right there. Exactly. So I isolate his arm using my leg, and if you guys notice, my elbow is pinched in my inner thigh, right? And I'm carrying, basically he's carrying my weight. I'm not lazy, my body's not being lazy. Here, sliding down, moving.
Awesome.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Questions? Okay. Give this a try, practice it again. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Okay? And back and forth. Okay? Alright, 1, 2, 1. And now you're doing this.
I'm the outside over here, right?
Bring out. No.
Oh, yeah, this is where you were at.
Use your, like, don't you really move it
Yeah.
if you wanted to?
No, as long as you do this pinch.
You feel pretty controlled.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And make
That's
sure
where like
you feel
jiu-jitsu
pressure over here.
do a little front roll.
Right there.
But like personal straight.
Oh, you were going right there, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. And then is this, it would change you going to the gun bit. You're going, this one right here.
This one.
Yeah, okay.
Move access in the phone.
I see you want this. Yeah, exactly.
You got an action, bro.
You snap his arm straight in half.
You're the natural.
Okay, you go to the top, guys.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, be safe, be safe.
This way, right? Yep. You grab the gun. Yeah. And then you break it out here. Hold it. You're gonna put like your arm.
Yeah, that's what I was like, yeah.
What did you do originally? What did you do originally?
You wrist locked you into him. Yeah, you could have
Immediate hits and hits. I think that's why it's
I'm trying to do this once a month now.
Yes.
It's kind of cool, right?
Only Spencer would think of somebody
No, this is expensive than you go. Spencer would go.
How's the pressure going? Yeah, right? And this is like straight arm. Show me some stuff. What was he doing? Yeah.
When you guys remove the gun, remove it away from your body. Like, move it out. Right? I'm not here, go like this. Here, last thing you want is it's still moving, but he's at the point of trigger
Until his homie comes up behind you. But you got
and you got that's one thing that I'll touch on next time.
nice.
So okay, Spencer, make sure this leg is on the inside.
So we're sitting.
Because you want to use your own leg, don't rely on his leg. Right, and then make sure you're
And then we count 1, 2 away, and then we disengage.
Hey guys, really quick, hey, bring it in. I just wanna. So we're here, right, and it's same side, right? If you're getting confused on what side to go to, so same side hand, right? I'm here, I'm creating distance. So this hand serves a purpose, right? The only purpose that it serves is to lock the hand in place, okay? One thing too, some of you guys are going behind me, right? And you guys are relying on his body to pinch his own hand, right? No, use your own leg, come down here, and you're pinching. This arm's whole purpose is to isolate the arm, right? So I'm grabbing the wrist, I'm here, and he's carrying my entire body. I'm doing this correctly, you see how his posture's off now. Here, right? This hand, the opposite hand now is going to be the hand that takes away the gun, okay? This hand does not change a bit, right? I'm grabbing his wrist, and I'm pinching my elbow up against my own wrist, right? This hand does not change. Another key point that I failed to mention before is when I remove the gun, I'm not removing it towards my own body, right? When I remove the gun, it's going to be away from me, right? So here, coming down, right? And it's out, right? The last thing I want to do is his fingers on the trigger, and I come out here and I start removing the gun. There's a possibility that I may pop, right? So, really quick, you guys can go back to it. I just want to show you again really quick. I'm here, same side hand, right? Boom, and I'm isolating, right? I'm stepping in, and I'm using my own leg to pinch, right? My elbow's in, right? Now this hand, the only purpose that it serves is to remove the gun, okay? I'm not out here, I'm not changing grips. It's too much. So, climbing down, isolating his arm, coming down on his wrist, coming down, right? So, it's out. And in real life, would you break the arm first? Absolutely. Yeah. I'll create so much pressure that while I'm doing it,
He's gonna let go, probably. If you're doing it hard enough, you'll probably.
yeah, and it'll make him think twice. And let's say if he decides to fight me now, afterwards, then he's got a broken arm. So here, boom, and you can't break it. Here, you can't break it. I'm gonna create so much. I'm not gonna do this, but I'm gonna create so much air pressure that his arm is being broken while I'm removing his gun. Right? Yeah. So, that's it. So we'll practice some more, and then if you guys have any questions, let me know. Sweet. There you go.
And plant that elbow. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. See that?
Yeah, my hand's back. Okay. There. Oh no.
His arm right here.
Right? Elbow over. Like this. There you go. Straight here.
And now, yeah, right in front of
This
you.
way, right?
Pull away. Yeah.
Take away.
Well, yeah, but you got it.
Think about it.
That's why I'm still struggling with that.
Bigger part. You want to know what that is? You take away.
They clamp that elbow down to the nose. Bring that armpit in. Yeah, if you're going there, but yeah, hook it tight.
Just coming down here.
Yep. Yep.
You're gonna let go that easy, huh?
I mean, if you're gonna break your arm, yeah. He's got good technique.
Oh yeah, that's all.
It's like the Indiana Jones.
Pressure on the arm. Yeah. Like the hand.
What do we do?
I wanted you to create a little bit of shoulder. That's why I was holding a little bit tighter. Now, as you start to be moved to that, it's kind of like I don't move. Yeah, like I see as you kind of put your hips into it. Yeah, I have this long.
How's that feel, pressure?
Yeah, see, I think that was good at the very end.
Dennis like, if the guy's got the 2 inch, and the guy doesn't do it with a gun, he's probably caught, probably.
I think more shoulder pressure. Alright.
He's got a proper stance. Yeah, exactly. Single-handedly, too.
This guy was like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Someone doesn't know what they're doing and they want me to do that.
Alright. So last time when I covered is coming from the outside, right? Now if he's walking me, it's towards my back. I know this sounds crazy, but I don't mind feeling the barrel of the gun on my back because at least I know what it's at. Right? Instead of being out here and I'm okay, where the hell is he at? There's too much distance for me to even engage at that point, right? Same thing, hands are always up, right? So I'm here, okay, now I know it sounds crazy, now I can feel it, right? Last time I covered coming from the outside, right? Now in a stressful situation, what happens if you don't come from the outside and you actually go inside? Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Same rule applies, right? What you got to keep in mind is right now I'm a big target. I don't want to be a big target. I'm like, kind of picture my body as a sheet of paper, right? If I'm here and I'm completely flat, I'm a big target. Okay? If I turn sideways, I'm not a target anymore. My gun is no longer a threat. It's pointing that way, right? Same if I come here. The only way you're going to do that is if you completely turn in one direction, right? Pivot off your foot, okay? Here, boom, come from the inside, okay? I'll show this technique real time. I won't go crazy. Just so you guys have better understanding. I'm here, boom, boom. Now I'm creating distance. Same thing. Kind of, I'm clapping down on his tricep, right? And I'm separating his arm and his head, right up here. What I usually like to do, I like the idea of delivering a blow here, right? And his normal reaction sometimes will be to pull away, right? So if he pulls away, that's fine. I have an arm lock here. He ain't going anywhere, right? I can feel his elbow and I can snap his arm if he decides to pull away. If I'm not even done yet, and if he wants to pull away, we're still face to face, I can come up here and I can snap his arm, okay? But that's not the end result. I want to take that gun away. So I'm here, pivoted, delivering a blow. I like the blow because that's, hopefully he gets knocked out, but if he doesn't, you're going to experience some pain and it's going to be a distraction, right? So it's going to be 2 blows from here, boom. I'm clamping down immediately on his tricep once I deliver that blow, and I'm messing up his posture, boom. If he decides to pull away and I feel that, that's fine, I can turn this into an arm lock. Okay? All I got to do is put this, the hand that's grabbing his tricep, comes underneath. I'm still holding on to his trap, right? And now I'm just locking in, right? All I got to do is posture up and he's done. Okay? So I'm here, right? From here, I can turn around now, right? And now I have this gun again. Same concept, same thing, right? If you notice, the common theme is I'm always getting in between him and the weapon. Okay? So, again, here, pivoting, boom, doing that blow, clamping down tricep, right? Boom, here, I'm breaking down his posture. He decides to pull away. I'm locking, okay? Now, he doesn't decide to pull away. I'm here, okay? Now, same concept here.
Yeah.
I'm figure fouring his arm, right? Yeah, I can keep striking in the back, that's fine, but guess what? The real threat is here, right? Now I have his gun. Now, an engagement. Okay. Over here. Okay. Okay, I don't want any problems. Whatever. Pivot it in. You want to strike as hard as you can, right? And control this tricep. Tricep control. And I'm pinching down with my elbow, right? You do the knees. If he decides to pull away, right? Now I have his arm lock. Okay. Boom. But that's not the end result, right? Here, you want to come here. And now you're kind of in the same position you were at before.
Yeah, this is almost the same, right?
Almost the same, right? Now I got the butt of the gun here, and you're moving it out. Okay, you don't want to move it in, out.
You can I watch this on someone? You good? I want to get a view of it. And turn.
Right here. You're pivoting inside, right? Your first step should always make yourself a small target. So here, boom, delivering that blow, breaking down his posture, boom. The key thing, guys, is you see how I'm trapping his tricep with this clamp, and I'm pinching, okay? It's essential that you pinch. If he decides to pull away, my ground,
Yeah.
boom, now I can just lock this hand, right?
That hurt.
Yeah, and I can break it.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. Okay. So the transition from here, all I'm doing is reaching over. I'm not going to do it to him, but if this is real life, once I reach over, guess what? Boom, I'm going to give him another blow.
Yeah.
I'm going to give as many blows as I can, right? Here, boom, sorry. Here. And now you can see the spot.
Yep.
See, the common theme is I'm in between his body and the gun, right? I'm not relying on trying to hit a small target. It's always here, right? So, boom. I got the slide, right? Now pushing out. Okay. Here. Here. Coming in, delivering that blow. I'm clamping down this tricep, right? Delivering another blow, right? And now I want to take that gun. Now I got to pivot back. Here, right? Now, I'm down. All right. So, again, this is a little more advanced, but the idea that I want you guys to have is we're getting between his body. I can't stress that enough. We're getting between his body and the weapon. Okay? So we're here. Getting in, delivering that blow, clamping down on his tricep, right? And I'm pinching my elbow up against my rib cage. Here, boom. Now I want the gun. Okay. My body's constantly tight against his body. Constantly. So you guys can see, it's constantly tight. He decides to pull away, all I gotta do is lock this arm in place. Right? I can feel his elbow in my arm. I can feel it. Here, down. This elbow, my body's constantly up against it. I'm not allowing him to create space up here. Okay? I decide what happens. Here. So I can even here. You can even break his arm from here. Yeah. Right? Figure four, keep that figure four. You snap it. Okay. You're back to 12. Sweet. Yeah.
So the idea is like you're talking, we went over this last time, so it's sort of like, because you want to know what you're doing. So it's like, hey buddy, take it over, and what you feel, that's like, don't do it anymore, where you're getting down. And then you rip over here, constantly where it's going. Dennis can't get hot first. And how many? Yeah. Oh,
And then if you pull down,
then if I'm right here, right?
Right here, you want to be.
Yeah, right here, right? And then AC comes out.
She's hurting her life.
From a body position, am I just, you know, just one good?
Always grab it from the that you want that. Not here.
This elbow's gonna be your elbow. Yeah, so this one's the overhook. I mean, I guess you tried it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you saying you put it in here with this one?
Yeah.
And then you grab his tricep.
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot. Yeah, I forgot the tricep grab. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Now, yeah, go ahead and give me a little stand up just so we can feel it. Just so it's not the same as Dennis's, but oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so ideally you want to feel with the elbow. Right?
Yeah.
And these techniques transition to more
Yeah.
Then you just put it with this foot.
Yeah.
Switching. Right there.
Yeah. And now if you give me that arm bar pressure, yeah.
That's going to give it a shot?
Around this way. You like step.
That's what I was doing. That's where you start. And then,
And then there's the arm bar. It starts pulling away. Yeah, see that? Yeah. Then keep it tight. Yeah, that's basically. Yeah, you basically come here. This arm here, slide down. Sounds like more aggressive, right?
So it hurts, huh?
Yeah, they gave me too much pressure.
Pull away, then you go to that arm bar more thing.
Oh, but you want it, and the more you pull it up.
Give me a little more pressure on the elbow. Yeah, there we go.
Little handoff. No, that's little T-back.
Yeah, everyone's missing the tricep grip. Everyone's missing that. Yeah.
Tight, because if you don't do it tight, this is what's going to happen.
So, make sure you got that tricep grip right here.
Reach over, grab the tricep.
Come around. Now you got that tricep and you want to tricep grip. The tricep grip is to come around like that, she just did. Now she just lays between legs, right? And walk down.
Slide down.
Don't let her create distance. Always keep it tight. And deliver right to that ground and out. Right?
Yeah, right?
Wait, let me see that doesn't pull weight. Now it's transition. It's gonna be sometimes gonna be so fast. Get your body into a good way. She starts turning around very good. She starts moving around. Now I got it.
That quarter of an inch or a second, get in there, here, lock it down hard here, lock it down hard, lock it down hard here, don't stand there and hard work here, boom, boom. I like going fix, I don't care what you are,
locked in. I always think she's locked in.
They're fighting. Look.
If you do it for us,
I like the outside. It's just so insane.
I'm gonna show myself things.
Because
I'm gonna go really slow. I'm gonna go really slow.
We did this last time, the outside one. I love the outside because it's just that becomes it. And then we would just go into here. And then just turn your Kimura against it.
Freeze!
Give me your sling.
I think last time we went like this, and we went like this, right? Do you remember?
It's the arm lock.
Just a little pass off.
You want both of them? No, look at my chest.
Dude, that thing.
Bro, that's my pistol is.
Fucked me up a little.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a little. I feel it in my eyes.
Yeah. For the wrist, break it. And I'm just
Is this better? Yeah, it's better. Yeah, when I'm above the elbow.
here. This constant tapping down on that arm. I have full control of the wrist. Yeah, like there.
I love when the grappling concept.
It's the same thing with this elbow. Your elbows are constantly clamped down, so you're pinching on. She can't escape. She can't pull out. And you know what? If you're here, you're never going to end up in a perfect spot. You're here, or you're here. Yeah, I don't like the idea of being here so much because I feel like I'm off balance. Right? I like being here, right? Pretty good, right?
Roll for it. Now you're on the ground. And I have a gun pointed towards you. So how are you feeling about this position?
I'm feeling lucky.
You're feeling really lucky in this position? You're luckier than I wouldn't feel too lucky in that position.
Bang, bang,
Go slow, smooth movements, please.
Down, bring it up. Elbow down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's at some point becomes strategy. Yeah, that's also what you're doing.
And then when I grab it like this, right here, right?
No, but we do what we don't do. Right now, we're just going to one here,
That's the part that's gonna hurt you, the girl.
Well, yeah, and once you tap it in, it grabs. Like, it's like, give us the entry, and then it's like, grab it. Yeah, and we already all know.
ASAP. Well, your hands, 2 hands there.
Somebody like, that's Mike, all sweaty. You want some drug?
Hey, you want to see his variations?
Yeah, let's see it.
Check out his Spence. Wait, this Spence's variation.
Yeah, so it just becomes like a Russian style.
I like that very. I love that. So you can actually now. Yeah, now you can.
This is the problem. How do we get the gun from him?
That's the thing.
That's the problem.
So once you decide to do that, which is cool, you know, it requires a little more.
Switch to scarf hold. Switch to scarf hold.
But now, guess what, Spence? You're married to that arm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're married. Exactly. Now you're married to it. So the more advanced you go,
2-on-1 is crucial.
or the more steps you have, you gotta keep in mind, now you're gonna lose. Whatever move you decide to do, you gotta now.
No, that's what I was thinking. See if I can put some your arms over here.
Yeah.
I'll do the gun up with your arm.
When you're coming over, I like, you know, you're doing the right thing.
And it's like a Kimura.
Now, exactly. So before, this arm was pinching now this arm is pinching right? So you're, and I'm here constantly, right? So I like the idea of I'll just show them down there. I just wonder how it works. Like, you got a gun, you don't want to fall.
Did I try to I just felt like I was fucking something up with the Kimura.
He put his elbow like here, and he was creating separation right there.
And then we're coming here, and then we're coming here.
So do you feel the Kimura when you have?
Yeah.
Oh, right there. Right.
Oh yeah. So we can come this way first, and then this way too.
Yeah, exactly. Pull out right here.
Anybody have any questions?
One, Dennis. So like when we're here, is this flag supposed to be here, or am I supposed to just be here?
I
feel like it's gonna circle, right? Like it's circling.
Yeah. So that's a good point. So here. I don't mind here. I feel like I'm off balance. I'm off balance here, but he can actually toss me towards the grip.
Yeah.
I like the idea of having my leg in between his leg because I'm more stable this way, right? I have stability.
And if I'm circle,
right. If I'm here, if you end up here, right? Try to make that correction. If not, you're gonna have to stabilize yourself and make sure you have a good proper base. But I like the idea of here, right? I can move around right?
Yeah.
One thing you're doing right now, you're extending that arm as you're doing that. That's helping me. That's what I was not doing, Mike. So that's why you were able to circle because I wasn't extending the arm.
Fully, yeah. Dennis all the time.
But I'm creating a lot of pressure, right? There's a couple things that I wanted to say too. When you guys are ever put in this spot, very rarely the person that's robbing you or the person that has a gun, for the most part, is not going to have any martial arts experience. Right? You're never going to see an MMA guy going around doing this to people, right? So you're already going to have the upper hand. Right? And like I said, make sure if you guys don't have to use this, don't use it, right? The best option for me is just to run. Right, if I'm ever in counter or give up whatever you have. You know, like I said, nothing is worth, you know, your life. So this is only last minute resort. That's it. Okay? You guys did good. This is a little more advanced, and I would recommend that you guys start practicing this on your own, right? You don't want the first time to be when you're actually put in that spot. You know, just go through the motions. Making sure that you guys close that distance, making sure that, what I want you guys to remember is getting in between their body and the weapon, right? This is not the movie, it doesn't work. In the movies, you know, you got John Wick just snapping that gun right out of the guy's head. It looks cool, but it's not realistic. You know, I know Liz, you like that, you know, it looks cool, but it's not realistic, right? If I can do that or kicking a gun out of somebody's hand, that requires a lot of skill, it requires a lot of accuracy, you know? So I like to kind of dumb it down, and the technique that I showed today is actually geared for grapplers. So it's actually geared for you guys. You guys already have a concept of, you guys already can feel where his arm is at, right? You guys know where his elbow's at, you guys are able to break it. One of the things too, Josh brought up a good point here. If I'm here, right? what I want to do is, I don't know how long this fight is going to last, right? I don't know, even if I get the gun away. I don't know if he's got another weapon or if he's going to continue to attack me. So I like the idea of here, right? I like the idea if I can, I'm going to snap his arm and break him. Even before I remove that weapon, right? But I have his elbow here, I can feel his elbow, right? So I can snap it, right? So in case he does decide to fight, guess what? His primary arm is gone. He can no longer use it. So I've just removed that. I've already removed that. So if he does a fight, now he's only fighting me with 3 limbs instead of 4. Right? So if you have an opportunity, I like the idea of breaking a limb. Right? So that's it. Grab some water and then we'll get some training. Yeah.
Just real quick, if you do find yourself in this predicament, always don't get too caught up on like having a super clean technique. Make it as dirty and as violent and as explosive as possible. Because it's never gonna be like a perfect scenario to where the guy is a certain height or weight or whatever. Just go for it and don't stop until you have the upper hand, you have the gap.
That actually is a good point, because it will never, ever be perfect. I know you brought it up. Hey, that's why I wanted to cover both techniques, coming from the outside or coming from the inside. I don't want you guys going from the outside and going, oh man, this is not the way I do it.
Wait, let's reset.
Hey, yo, take this bullet out real quick.
So nothing is ever going to be perfect. That's why I want to teach from both inside and then outside. We didn't go over outside today, but I'll cover it again the next time, right? So let's say, you're like so fucking stressed that you do come from the outside. Not a big deal, right? Same thing applies. You're out of the line of fire, right? And you can deliver that elbow, right? Now you're here.
And you're just in a rush, which we all know. Yeah, we're all pretty good at.
Same thing applies whether you go inside or outside. I don't like to change things up just because we're going in a different direction, right? It's just going to be confusing. With shit hits the fan and you're in a stressful situation, you're going to get tunnel vision. So you want to make things as simple as you can, so when you're actually put in that position, it's easier, right? So that's it. You guys did good, and the next time around I'll cover a little more advanced, and then we'll cover some ground stuff.
Okay. Let's give it up to Dennis, boys.